this nation has to address the federal budget deficit, even in the long term, even as we continue to pay attention to stimulating the economy in the short term. If we are to delay making some tough choices about the federal deficit, there is no question that we will leave to our children and to our children's children a mess that will hinder our ability to grow, hinder our ability to be successful, and is downright immoral to leave to our children the resolution of problems as complicated as they will inherit if we don't act now. At the same time, it would be also wrong to try to solve the budget deficit at the expense of the most vulnerable, the most low-income and disadvantaged kids and families in the country, those kids and families at that bottom third of the income distribution. We know they're already struggling to just survive and to raise their kids in the toughest economic climate we've seen in a long time. It's not only wrong, though, it's also, from our point of view, foolhardy if we were to try to solve this deficit problem with policies that end up increasing poverty, decreasing opportunity, and decreasing the opportunity for mobility. To cut back on smart investments in our children's future would hurt our productivity, our economic growth, our capacity to innovate, our global competitiveness. Now is precisely the right time to maintain smart investments in a two-generation approach to reducing poverty and increasing opportunity. We know that the deficit reduction strategies that we'll have to take up will cause pain for all of us. All of us need to share in the sacrifice. In a way, it's important to say all of us have to have skin in this game. I would argue, however, that the families that are below that 200% of the poverty line, in fact, don't have much skin left to put in the game. In fact, if you think about a family making $250,000 or more a year, if they were to experience a tax increase that means $10,000 coming out of their pocket, the reality means that they will not be able to get that better sound system for their car, a navigation system, and maybe they'll have to settle for a regular suspension system on their Lexus. But the reality is that if you take $1,000 out of the EITC benefit for a family that makes $25,000 a year, they risk having the utilities turned off and their kids not getting the diet they ought to have.